Hello, and welcome to episode 19 of From Dust, where most of us have not seen each other for an hour. So we're gonna go around and do some intros. I very carefully. So look, I'm a smart man. I'm a smart person. I had us just do intros for the gate so that I could still ask you what you've been up to when we got to From Dust. So, Summer, hey, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Losing all my files on my computer. Isn't that so fun for me?
No, that's the opposite of
Ah.
fun for anyone.
It's okay. I feel, I've done it once. The main thing that I'm concerned about, I really need to dig because the only reason I realized anything was gone is because I was looking for stuff to prep for Monday. So I need to dig through my files to see really truly what's gone. I could notice a huge chunk of space was cleared on one of my drives. So fun, but mainly we're coming out with some new podcasts. We did an announcement for one on Monday, and we're doing another this Monday. But I released this video, and I did another one. I was like, oh my god! Instead of doing it the day of, I'm just gonna do it today, a whole week in advance, and the video will be ready, and it'll be awesome. And I did it, and I was so happy, and I was looking for it, and it's gone, and all
Your
the files that I used to make it are gone, and like all the audio and everything, it's just all gone. I don't know where it went, and
your computer
some of
detected
it.
happiness and was like, "Well, we gotta fix that."
It was like, why would she do anything in advance when she could do it last minute and be way more stressed about it? We got to fix this.
Just
So,
trying to keep you on brand.
sure. And so I'm gonna have to redo it, I
Mm,
guess. But I've done it once and it took me like a day. So I can do it again and it'll be totally fine.
yeah, it'll be less than a day.
Other than that, I just got done playing a one shot.
Really? How was that? How'd it
um
go? What were you playing?
I was playing Monster of the Week.
Cool.
Um and I got to play the Monstrous, which is fun. I think I played the Monstrous like the most chill Monstrous I've personally ever seen in a game
Mm-hmm.
of Monster of the Week. Normally it's like, I'm a demon and I've got horns and I'm real mad about a lot of stuff. Uh, my guy was like, I'm kind of dead.
Sort of.
He's kind of dead and he doesn't want to tell anyone about it.
I'm kind of dead, but I'd prefer just to pretend that everything's fine. Um,
Were I in that position, I too would want to just pretend that everything's fine. So,
I also would not like to address the fact that I was actually dead and that
Mhm.
potentially was going to live forever and everyone that you know and love you will watch die. I mean, I guess he could technically let himself die at some point, but
I mean, maybe we're all
just
secretly
ghost
dead
living
and just
inside
not
of
telling
us.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all just ghosts and we're all ghosts.
Ghosts and
piloting.
potato sacks.
Yep.
Yeah, we're Jaeger piloting our own fucking bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really fun and also emotional and put me in like weirdly like the perfect headspace for Arrow. So
Great.
it was really it was so much fun though. I was really glad that I got asked to be part of that crew. It was here if I didn't say that already. If you'll remember back to an hour ago.
Yeah.
That was here with two of you. So and we had a great time in my personal opinion.
Awesome. Well, you're contractually obligated to say that on stream, right? So
I had a terrible time. Free me. It was
So
a lot of fun.
blink twice if I'm holding you on stream despite against your will.
Help. No, it was so much fun. I used to be in a long we did 3 seasons worth of a Monster of the Week campaign.
Oh.
And I did the same thing where I took a playbook that's normally like I took the Flake, which is like a really weird playbook, and played it like the most fucking chill person that also just kind of had an obsession with lizard people. But it's been a hot second and I've missed that game so much. So it was really fun to play it. Also, this was probably the most differently I've ever played it because in our like normally you solve a mystery like what every session to 2 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We would take 6 to 7 sessions to solve one thing because the real mystery was what the fuck is our relationships with each other and let's find out together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was we had a roll to investigate, but the investigation was, did these two PCs bone? And he rolled a 10 plus, and the answer was yes.
Oh, it wasn't
that was
you know the
episode 3 of
answer. It
season
was
1.
10 plus yes. Okay.
It was really good. That was my character's cousin walked in, like not walked in, but like came to the hotel, and she just happened to be in there, and he was like, I'd like to roll to investigate to see if they boned. It was really funny. It was really good.
Oh my god.
So we did. I don't think we played the game the right way according to the game, but we played it the right way according to us and our bullshit, and it was a lot of fun.
Which is the right way to play any game.
I think we did a lot of both of that in this one shot. We did a lot of character stuff, which I love, and then we also solved a mystery and, you know, had feelings about it. Yeah. I was genuinely very sad that Taylor, spoiler alert, died.
I'm sorry.
I was like, we're gonna save him. He's fine. No.
No.
He got blasted.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yep. If you want to see that, the several VODs, thanks to Twitch cutting out a bunch, are in the videos section. You can watch that after the stream, or you can wait to see it on YouTube. If you're watching this video right now on YouTube, it's already up there because From Dust will take forever to show up on YouTube every time. So have fun. Kiana, how about you? How have you been?
I've been good. I was here just an hour ago. Well, a little over an hour ago now. Yeah, it's been September is the month of releasing all the games.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened to line up that way. So we announced, Jonathan Friday and I announced that we co-wrote a solo adventure for D&D 5e, which is coming out on Monday. So that's super cool. Originally titled Escape from Avernus, now titled To Hell and Back Again. Nice. Because much catchier title. It's super, super fun. It's just, it goes from Fae bullshit to hell bullshit and back to Fae bullshit.
Ooh. Is it smoochy?
It's not. It's low key smoochy.
Okay.
I did make one of the major D&D 5e NPCs gay.
Hey!
Because no one can stop me.
That's true. They can't.
No one can stop me from doing this shit. Yeah, and we have like some really cool pre-gens as well, which I designed character sheets for. I've been in layout all week. I designed character sheets, y'all.
Godspeed.
And let me tell you, it's a time turning 3 pages into 1 and still have it make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I did things. It happened. But yeah, so I'm excited to be releasing that on Monday. So that's been my week. And then also prepping to release my Descended from the Queen game at middle/end of the month, which is a cyberpunk Descended from the Queen game called O Maker, where you play as androids and your relationship with your creator.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's super good. It goes super deep real fast because it's all about whether you decide the end card is, instead of like do you defend the queen, is do you decide to escape or not. So do you decide to leave your position, what you know, what you were designed for, or do you stay? Yeah, so that's been super fun. And then also doing game jam stuff. Like, this month was just like, all the game dev. Let's just do that for a while. So, it's been fun. It's been cool. Just a lot of work. I'm also, I mean, Harper's Tale was also announced, which is the charity D&D anthology, which I'm writing a chapter for, which is super exciting. And I'm also running the charity live stream next week for that, too.
Damn! Busy bee.
It's me. Every time, what's that? I don't know.
Yeah, graduate just on time to do a bunch more shit.
Basically, I was like, yeah, I'll just like take it chill for a little bit while I like after I graduate, so I can like settle into my day job and just like deal with that.
Like, I've settled, give me work.
Yeah, no, that's not how it happened at all. But that's valid. It's cool. It's fun.
Well,
I enjoy this. Yes, there's a little bit of masochism in there, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine line between being a workaholic and being a masochist, I find. So
I feel like there's definitely like overlap there.
yeah, that Venn diagram is not two separate circles. That's for
Yeah.
damn sure.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing some of that stuff. I didn't know that your adventure was coming out on Monday.
Yeah, it's coming out
So-
on Monday, sometime during the day. We've given ourselves some leeway if I need to do some last minute work in the morning.
All right. Adam, it's been a hot minute. It's been actually a hot minute since we got to hang out.
Yeah,
How you been?
right.
What you been up to?
Good. Actually, some big stuff for me. I released episode 1 of my audio drama, Spritz the Goblin, this week. I'm
Yay!
super excited to
I
finally.
started
get
listening to it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, if any of you guys want to help a brother out, give it a listen. It's only 15 minutes long. It's about a charming goblin who just wants to live the good life. That's all. He just wants to enjoy the same things as you or I. That's really all. But yeah, that's out on my my YouTube and on SoundCloud. I did submit it to Apple. Hopefully by Monday or whatever, it'll be there so you can listen to it on your iPods and your Nanos and the relevant
Oh yeah,
technology.
those things.
Yeah, right.
Do people even make MP3 players anymore?
I-
Or do you just get a
Maybe.
phone? Like,
They still make pagers, dude.
that's a good point. So probably
Yeah.
someone still makes an MP3
Mhm.
player.
There's probably like a Radio Shack open somewhere. That's also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other big thing I have is I'm finally doing another stream, D&D 5e stream tomorrow called Chronicles of Latia. That'll be out at 3 p.m. EST tomorrow, and really excited for that. It's set in a Victorian world,
Ooh.
so really cool to get out of the general like medieval fantasy
Yeah.
genre for a bit. I'm playing my very first warlock. I've been watching my wife play one in our Waterdeep campaign, and I've been real eager to try it out. A halfling Great Old One warlock,
Ooh.
and I guess Great Old Ones are a very major part of Lena's world that she created. So I'm like, I've had this character existing for a while, just waiting for the right campaign. And I
Mhm.
thought of like 3 other characters until I was like, wait, this is the one.
I have the
Why
perfect
am I
thing.
doing this?
Nice.
Yeah, halfling warlocks are a really fun time because no one expects the halfling
Uh-huh.
warlock.
No.
Yeah, because I had for one shot I did the roll randomly
Mm-hmm.
and I got a
Mm.
halfling great old one warlock
Nice.
with a charlatan.
Oh hell yeah!
Their name was Red Herring.
Nice.
And they pretended to be a cleric, but
As one does.
like a cleric of whatever god makes sense in the context of what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
At the end, they ended up leading the whole party and sacrificing them to Cthulhu.
Oh shit! Oh,
And
I
it
love
ended
that.
up- and then it ended with my character back in a tavern waiting for the next fucking adventure party to come along.
Oh, dude.
That's
You
so
were the villain all
good.
along.
I didn't plan for any of it. It was literally my DM was just like, "We're running with this," because I was asked, "What's your real patron's name?" And I was like, Cthulhu." I panicked because I didn't plan on revealing anything. I just like the only great old one I can think of right now is Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
All
that's
right.
like the classic paladin cleric issue is not thinking of like your deity.
Right.
Like I had a buddy in an old D&D campaign, and I was like, "Oh, who does your paladin worship?" And he's like, "Skarmsh."
I don't even know how
All right, Skarmsh is canon now.
I don't even know how you do that. One of my first steps when I'm making a fantasy setting is to, like, as a GM, is to come up with a pantheon and be like, "Here,
Right.
players, here are your gods. You may, if you would like there to be more, let me know, but this will get you started. What would you
You
like
are
to
your
do?
gods now?
Wow,
These
Dylan.
are your gods now.
All these gods suck. I need a different one.
Yeah. Too bad. we're settled. We've got some gods.
It's
We're good.
okay.
These are the gods you get.
Arrow
Yeah.
doesn't need God.
But yes, I'm very excited to hear more about your halfling warlock because they're so much fun. Because luck is really your help here with like dealing with any of your patron bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny that you say it's a Victorian setting because so this setting is supposed to be like pseudo Victorian. It's like it's just pre-Victorian, and we really haven't been leaning into that at all.
No.
It's like all fantasy shit all the time. I feel like most of that is happening in Sanctuary. We just like dip into Sanctuary, like
There
hello,
were
and then,
robots, kind.
yeah, we've had some automatons.
Yeah, like we haven't really been in big cities
Mm-hmm.
that much in this campaign. We were in a big city.
Country
with-
bumpkins.
Yeah,
And
we're
when
in a
we
big-
are, Arrow's like, trees, where are the trees?
The problem is that Farron is a big city person.
That's
Yeah.
we need to get into that. We need to get that party popping.
Yeah, the most we've seen is Farron doing a fucking contest and then sleeping with his competition.
Hey.
And one does.
as one does. Well,
As
they
one
both
does
won.
and do, and it worked. And it was great.
It super worked. I had a really nice date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can we get a ball at some point? Is that I know we do wishes at the end and off stream, but I'm gonna do one now. Ball?
You want a ball? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably work that in eventually.
That'd be awesome. Thanks.
I don't know if we can fit that where we are right now.
No.
But
How about when we defeat the zombie horde? Hey, when we do,
When?
we'll have a celebration ball in El Surgeon.
yeah.
Dylan,
An
don't
outdoor
do that
ball.
face.
Don't give it. We're gonna defeat it. It's like barely any zombies, and
It's
they're
totally fine.
barely
Super.
scary at all. And like a bunch of spiders ate like most of them, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just let nature take care of them.
That definitely happened.
It definitely did happen.
This is where I do The Office look to the camera and just let you chat know that if we look in the settings for this game, difficulty, normal, okay, graphics, medium, you don't want to overtax the machine, TPK enabled. So we'll see. They might win. They might
Don't be
not.
fucking rude, Dylan.
Listen. If we die, I can save both of you. At
Oh,
least
shit,
once.
you can.
At least once,
As long
yeah.
as you don't die first.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be my dying breath to save you. I'll just blink my beautiful
That'll be
eyes
a
and send
hell
us
of a way
back
to
in
go.
time, and then I'll die, and it'll be fine.
I mean, if we just keep avoiding the zombies, like we've been avoiding Farron and
Honestly,
Gregor
it's
talking
not-
about their feelings.
It's not the zombies I'm worried about. It's rocks. It's free falling rocks.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Rocks-
spider bites.
Well, everyone dies.
Falling rocks are the deadliest thing in role-playing games.
Apparently,
Rock falls,
I mean,
everybody
like
dies.
Yeah.
like in the real world, it's like car crashes. In fantasy games, it's just rock slides.
Yeah. Yup.
We all remember that, the Lost episode.
Yeah.
Tragic. I'm sorry to bring that up.
I recapped it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I recapped
Whatever.
it. Everyone knows what
It's-
happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing files. Yeah. Yeah, I've been good. I've been real busy and real tired. Which is why I am taking a week off starting Monday.
Nice.
But I am also very excited for this show. I carefully put my week off in between episodes of From Dust so that we don't have to go another fucking month without an episode. Unless Big Bad Con sits on it, but I don't think it does. And that's what's got
It
me
does not.
hyped right now. Big Bad Con is what is sitting on my horizon being like, all right, yeah, let's do this. Sign-ups opened today. I have signed up for nothing.
You should do that because there were events. The events things were open for about half an hour, and my event booked up.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, a part of that is there are definitely a couple events that will like book immediately. Yours, obviously, one of those.
I was just like, I looked and I was like, oh, I told friends to sign up for this.
Rip. Yeah, I mean,
Oops.
Kiana, the detail that we're sort of skimming over here is that you're at least a little bit famous. So when you tweeted, "Hey, I'm doing this game," you had sealed your fate. That was gonna fill up in a minute. So yeah. Yeah, so I have like barely looked at the list, and that's kind of how I did it last year too, is like I didn't look at the list for the first wave, because the way Big Bad Con works, if y'all in chat don't know, is you get a badge and you're signed up, and then everybody submits their events and their games that they're gonna run into a list, and the schedule gets sorted out, and then everybody gets 2 tickets basically that they can spend on reserving a spot in an event. So and that opened up today at noon, and so everybody got to go and be like, these 2 events I definitely want to be in, sign me up, I'm registered. And then a little while later they do another small, I think it's another 2, and then shortly before the event they just say go wild, have fun. So I haven't been looking at the list, and last year I didn't look at the list for the first wave, and then the second wave I just kind of like went, I don't know, I haven't played this game and I kind of want to, so I signed up for Dialect, which ended up being awesome, and then I signed up for, oh god, what was it called? Helheim Unbound, I think it was, which is a Viking role-playing game that was pretty cool. And then I just sort of was like, I guess if I want to play other games, I'll sign up for them at the time. But because I was running 2 playtests of Become that year, and this year I'm running 2 games as well. I'm running a session of Ryutama, which booked up, and a session of Spoken Magic, which I think still has slots open. Because of that, I was just like, fuck it, I'll find time to play games at some point.
And don't forget, we're also streaming, Dylan.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Fucking Friday morning? Yeah, Friday morning we're doing basically back-to-back streams.
Dylan and I are in-person streaming together.
Yes.
We're doing Starcross for our first 2 hours, which is going to be in a sci-fi apocalypse between the last human and an AI.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an hour break, and then we have an hour of a chat about bleed during games and how that impacts your play and storytelling, especially in streaming.
Yeah.
So we're literally the first slot in the media room.
Yeah. We were... Okay, so for pulling back the curtain for a moment, and sharing information that I'm not contractually obligated to keep a secret, so I can do this. We were the only people in the media room for a hot minute there. Like, when the schedule first was finalized, it was like the first 2 slots were Kiana and me, and then it was just empty, and I was like, do we submit more? Like, do we just...
Like, do we just want to be the media room? Hello, it's us again?
Yeah, do we just want to, like, wander in and be like, we live here now, okay.
It's like, this is our house, and, like, people are walking by and you're like, get out! Get off my lawn! This is my house!
And Eric Vulgaris comes in and is like, nah, Eric, I'm used to production. I've got this. You can go.
Bye!
Yeah. So it's gonna be really fun, because it'll just be me and Dylan stabbing each other for 2 hours in person.
Stab.
Y'all are gonna have so much fun.
And then we get to talk about stabbing each other and feels after.
Yeah.
Oh, and like how bleed can be... Okay, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I really want to talk about how bleed can be a good thing in role-playing games, and how it can be like an intentional tool. But yeah, so that's going to be really fun. I'm very excited for that, even though it's literally a month away.
It's just going to be us and Dylan being gremlins in the corner. It's fine.
Yeah, we were talking on Discord, and I said that I was imagining Kiana, like little chibi versions of Kiana and I sitting in the lobby with a mountain of knives, just like, while people walk by, like, what the fuck?
What the hell is going on in there? Looks like they're having fun. I can't really tell.
Shank, shank, shank.
Because I mean, like, we spent time together at PAX Unplugged, but not a ton.
No,
And
yeah.
Big Bad Con, it's just gonna be Kiana and Dylan hours.
Yeah, well, I feel like at PAX U, you were super busy. Like, you had a ton of
so
stuff
busy.
that you were doing.
Yeah.
And then also, PAX is fucking huge. And so it's you're less likely to randomly run into people. And there were more people that wanted your attention. But a Big Bad Con is small. It fits in one hotel, so we can just hang out a bunch and play a bunch of really rude games.
That's all we do. It's fine.
So that'll be good.
Y'all will get a lot of updates on social media, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I mean, today's gaming yielded us the hashtag gender is a cryptid, which I'm pretty excited for. I'm gonna keep using that one. that was good. Yeah, no one can prove it exists. A+, 10 out of 10.
True.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. That's what's been eating my mind, is just being busy and being excited for next month. And yeah, but in more short-term excitement, I'm excited for this game. And are y'all excited? Do we want to hop into a recap and then see where the night takes us?
I feel like this is a good time to tell you that I'm quitting.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Unreal.
Yeah, I'll just NPC Arrow. It'll be fine.
No, he died tragically from a
Unfortunately-
broken heart.
Unfortunately, as a player, you don't have that power in this game. So he just becomes an
Can I-
NPC, and then he throws away his ring and says, "Mab, fuck off," and then
And
settles
then
down.
she kills him.
No, and then she's just kind of sad, and it's
She
fine.
dies of a broken heart.
No, everybody's just like a little discontented. It's
Oh.
We're actually friends, y'all. It's fine.
All right,
Everyone
okay.
hates Arrow.
Cameron and Gregor are like, this is the third friend we've lost this month.
Yeah.
Whatever the
And, like,
time
the
span
last,
of this
like-
campaign has been.
It's been like months.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like months. We've known each other a long time, friends.
Yeah, it's been probably close to a year, I think, since we started this show. So
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Could you reach
Yeah, I'm
out
talking
to
about
me?
in-game time.
Yeah.
How much
Oh,
time
in-game
has passed.
time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
We have,
Yeah,
yes,
been
we
months.
have known each other a long time.
They have lost a lot of friends in a fairly short time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like I haven't counted it out in a while, but it's been like 4
trauma.
months, something like that. And in that
It's been
time,
4
Yeah.
months, and I know we spent a good month traveling
Yeah.
Mhm.
before we lost two
Crappy
of our friends.
Shitty traveling.
yeah,
Fuck traveling. Now it's pointless, and like Dylan's not gonna make us do it anymore because I can just like crit success everything that we do.
Yay, Rangers.
yeah. I mean, you can crit success 2 of the things. I can still
Yeah,
get.
but
yeah,
I
on the
can
third
take
one.
another. I can actually. I think I have another advancement
Oh my god!
that I can do another one.
You're gonna be like, we go there, Dylan.
We just go there and everything's great, and I spot the danger, and yay, we
it
overcome it.
takes less
Wow.
time and less food. That's what happens.
And we grow, and we grow together as a team, as I do
Made
everything.
lanyards.
all right,
Yeah,
all right,
as the
okay.
Friendship
bad
bracelets.
Let's do a recap. Let's recap.
Yeah.
So last episode 18, which was titled a thing. I think it was like the Bonds of Brotherhood or something. No, the Price of Brotherhood. My bad. This episode, which is verse 19, "Blessed are all who wait," is coming on the tails of our party appearing in Cape Symbol, covered in blood and injured. They managed to somehow avoid immense suspicion as they moved through the city, going to Farron's young home, or childhood home rather, and meeting Farron's parents, who were nice enough, the whole party got to like wash up and figure their stuff out. Arrow had a bit of a moment down at the ocean, as the sounds of the waves sort of triggered something, with regards to the harpies back in outside Two Rivers. But they managed to get Arrow washed up along with everybody else and head on to dinner, where there was a very awkward conversation that essentially amounted to, "So, Farron, who are your friends?" In which Gregor lied about having been a fisherman at one point. So that was pretty good. Then, while everyone was cleaning up, Farron and Gregor went to take a look at Farron's childhood room, and while that sounds like a euphemism, that is actually what they did, and that's pretty much all that happened.
It was the worst.
Gregor
I hated every second of it.
Gregor helped Farron with some heavy lifting, which is to say that he literally helped Farron with some heavy lifting.
And then they just
We were so fucking close, everybody. We were this fucking close. We're more than friends, aren't we? Well, yeah, we're friends. Fuck you both.
Summer's super tilted.
Yeah, they just had this super casual conversation about how they're super good friends and that they trust each other with each other's lives. And
Wasn't
that they
romantic
would die
at all.
And they would die for each other, just as good bros do.
Yeah.
Two bros.
Sitting in a hot tub.
So yeah, that was a good time. Meanwhile, downstairs, Arrow did something unprecedented and unprompted, talked about his feelings with Willow. He talked to her about what had happened in the ruins when the ceiling collapsed, how he had died, how Willow had died, and how he had in the last moment saved them both, but that he couldn't do that anymore. And he was clearly broken up about it, and having a really hard time, like seriously struggling with those feelings. But Willow managed to sort of walk him back from that existential ledge, and calm him down, saying that sometimes mistakes happen, and that sucks, but they're not dead now, and that's all they can work with. After that, they all left Farron's home for the inn, Farron's father having made it pretty clear that they were not welcome to stay the night there. And while they were at the inn, Arrow got sent up to have another heart-to-heart conversation with Allie, in which I think that was the most surprising moment of this game, like this entire campaign for me, was when Arrow asked Allie if she still loved him. And she said she didn't know, but that she wanted to find out. So, that's where they're left off at. But as Arrow was leaving the inn to go sleep in a tree or some shit, he walked past an ominous black-robed figure, who then walked in to the tavern, clearly wearing the robes of a bondsmage, sat down next to Farron and said, "Excuse me, are you Farron?" And that is where we pick up.
Because we can't just sleep.
I totally forgot. Yeah, we can't just let me level up 100 times in a row.
Can't just sleep with our bros and get rested.
What, you want to sleep? Okay, we need to get this over with ASAP. Okay. Yes, I don't think Arrow didn't notice that it was a Bonds Magi, did he? He just kind of was like, "Here, go on in." After you.
I think so. You may have recognized the robes at the last second, like as the door closed. But
yeah. I don't think he's planning on going too far either, but the worst thing to do would be to cause a scene like we'd be scared of him. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to go too far, but yeah.
All
Let them deal with it inside. I'm close by if there happens to be screaming or fires or things like of that nature.
Okay. Farron, what do you do?
Farron just gonna look and just be like, well, I suppose it depends on who's asking.
I'll take that as a yes. My name is Narum. I've been looking for you.
No. Well, I can't say that's the first time someone's been looking for me. Could you be more specific?
He looks around and pulls a small top, like a toy top, out of his pocket, made of some kind of like shiny silver or steel. And he spins it on the counter and says a few words, and the bar freezes. Gregor, I would like you to is it act under fire in this game? Fuck. I was just playing a different PBTA game, so
Defy Danger?
Defy Danger. That's what it's called.
Boy.
Sorry, I played Monster of the Week 2 days in a row, and then we're here. So I'm gonna be real bad with the names and moves. But
What
if
am
you
I
would,
defying danger with?
your call, you were being magically enchanted to halt, to like be unable to move and perceive.
Oh gosh, I'd say enter wisdom probably for that.
Mental fortitude, yeah, I could see that. So wisdom.
You just physically overcome the magic
My muscles are too big to be affected.
to be
by
constricted by magic.
Unstoppable force. Ooh, mark XP.
Thanks.
And you will not bear witness to this conversation.
I am frozen.
You notice, Farron, that the flame in the candles is still guttering and sputtering. So time hasn't stopped, but everyone has frozen in place. You have something that I want.
Again, I believe you're going to have to be a little specific. Different people want different things. From me.
He reaches over the bar and grabs a tankard and pours some wine into it. You were in Sanctuary a few months ago. While you were there, you went into a crypt, an Eldrin ruin. You killed a rogue mage. He takes a sip. While you were there, you found something. A scythe.
It doesn't really seem like I need to confirm any of this for you. It seems you've done your research.
I thought it polite to give you the room to confirm or attempt to lie.
So you want this, I assume, the scythe.
I do.
And is there anything that I get in return for it, as it would be fair?
That is up to you. What would you ask of me?
Ooh.
Can we make suggestions?
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
it.
I have
You
a
can
few
talk
ideas,
above
but
the
also,
table as much as you
I'm also
want.
going through my moves right now. Just to see if I
You've
have
got
any.
what is it? Open and honest or whatever.
I was gonna say you should ask to have your name like removed from their list. Like anyone that would ever come after you.
Yeah, I do have Charmaine open. Yeah, I'm just. Mm, yeah. I think they're gonna kind of lean forward a little bit, um, on the counter, not really showing any tension in the body, even if like inside they're kind of internally screaming about being super close to a Bond's Magi. Um, and will just well, to be frank with you, I have a few options, but I do believe they'd possibly paint the target on my back with your people. When I speak frankly with someone, I can ask them a question.
Yeah. Go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
They must answer truthfully, and then they may ask you a question in return.
Yeah. How can I get you to keep your word if I make a deal with you?
You have nothing to fear. My word is my bond. That is all I live by. I'm not here to destroy you, Farron. I'm not here to punish you for your crimes as a rogue magus. There are certainly those bonded who would. I have no interest in that. But I wonder. And I think you see one of his hands, his like spare hand that's in his lap. You see the fingers curl a little bit, and he says, "What is it that you're feeling right now?"
You know, I've spent most of my life trying to avoid attention from your people. As you can imagine, being this close, without being in any intimate positions, it's just a little nerve-wracking.
I can understand that.
Knowing the history and lore and powers of this thing that you want, what exactly are you planning on doing with it? Is it just going to be a keepsake on the wall? Or something a little more usable?
It is powerful. I believe that. But more than that, it holds secrets. I believe it holds the path to death.
Quite bold going for the path of the people who held it once before.
He finishes his drink and stands up. You and I are not unalike. The Bond's Magi hold little love for me, though I am bonded to them. He gestures around at the people. I am a necromancer. You are a rogue.
What do I know about necromancers? Magic shit.
They're bad. Usually, necromancy isn't bringing down the help of the gods, right, to resurrect your friend or something like that. It's like, no, we're just pumping some magic into some bodies and doing shit with it. But also, I mean, what he's demonstrating right now is a form of necromancy. It's basically control of the corporeal and spiritual form.
I think Farron has a bit of a smile at that. You know, funny enough, I think I have something other than the obvious that I want in return for giving the scythe to you.
Yes?
You see, my companions and I are dealing with a particularly nasty necromancy thing going on about halfway across the country. A horde of... And there's like this visible like face of disgust
Mm-hmm.
raised dead would be a polite way of putting it, I suppose. Would you happen to have any knowledge other than on how to defeat them other than brute force or strength or whatever else, knowing that this is your field of knowledge?
Of course. I could be of service.
So let's just have the deal with... You help me and my companions with this undead problem. Neither of us tell any bonds magi about our deal. I give you the scythe.
When your problem has been solved, I will take the scythe as payment. And he holds out his hand, and a piece of paper rolls out like a scroll. And you see at the top, like, by order of the Guild of the Bonds Magi, yada yada yada. It's basically a contract saying that this bonds mage will do this task for you in exchange for the scythe. And he places it on the counter.
Yeah. Farron is reading the shit out of it.
Yeah, no funny language in here. Like, Anna, get your soul, and your body's mine when you die.
Yeah,
Yada, yada.
he's very... I think Farron's very specifically looking for what does dealing with the zombies mean? Like, what does this task actually mean? Does it just mean, oh, I'm just going to give you the information, is he going to go off and do a thing? Very, very specific.
I think it's basically along the lines of scope of work. The client has a huge zombie problem that they would like dealt with in terms of the removal of some zombies. They have contracted the the mage in order to eradicate the zombie problem and get the undead issue under control. In exchange,
to 20,000 zombies.
Yeah. It does not list specific numbers. It simply says that you have made them aware of an issue, and should that issue be resolved through their magical services, they will be owed this scythe.
All right. Yeah, I think Farron is very carefully reading through it, very clearly showing some care, like not overly paranoid, but like showing care, making sure the deal is clean.
Yeah, he stands patiently.
Yeah.
I think you just hear the sound of the top spinning as you read.
Well, this appears to be all in good order to me.
produces a quill.
They will sign their name.
He picks up the paper, and it sort of rolls itself into a scroll, and then dissipates in a puff of like gray smoke. This deed is part of my bond now. I will do as I have been tasked. Could you please roll plus wisdom?
No, fuck. I am not a wise bard. Nope.
Oof! No, you're not. Mark experience. And you feel something deep within you. It feels like a padlock clicking closed. And you know that you're bound by the terms of that agreement.
Yep, definitely don't like that feeling. I already have paranoia about being trapped and stuff. Whee! Just sign my soul off to something, it's fine. Farron will not show any of the discomfort, but will just smile charmingly as he always does. Right.
It is a pleasure doing business with you. When do you leave?
Depends on my companions and how we feel about going forward and how to get there. It seems I managed to accidentally magic my way here when I didn't plan on doing that.
Well, it was convenient for me. He draws a small polished stone out of a pocket and hands it to you. Call upon me when you go.
Very well.
And he reaches out and grabs the top, and as soon as it stops spinning, everything resumes motion. He inclines his head and walks toward the door. And I think with that, we're at the top of an hour. This is a great place for us to go to our first break. So we're going to step away for a little bit, and when we return, we're going to, I don't fucking know, see what the hell that was. See you soon. Hello, and welcome back to episode 19 of From Dust. And you ever do that thing where you say words a lot, and you don't really think about them until you do, and then you just fucking notice how you say that word? Yeah, I just had that moment with the word episode. Complete non sequitur, but there, I'm sharing. Farron, you have had a bit of a moment with this bonds mage, and then everything has returned to normal and no room has left. What do you do?
I think they immediately deflate a little bit, grab the closest drink, even if it's like Gregor's drink, and just take the whole thing down.
Okay.
So Gregor, you see Farron all of a sudden like talk to a stranger for a moment, and then like just take a huge swig.
Who the hell was that guy?
I just made a deal with the Bones Magi. That's just what happens right there.
No, you didn't.
You weren't there to witness it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Willow just like looks drunkenly towards you. The who?
So right. So right, dear. And we'll just like lean over and just like stroke her head and like the and the
It feels nice.
drunk girl like
Yeah, she like leans her head on her shoulder.
Yeah, Arrow was like, take care of her.
and we'll just be like, Right. So, that was a necromancy magi.
What?
Hold on.
Is
There's
that
there's more.
This better be a good hold on.
is that she leans on the bar for a second. Does that mean does that mean he romances next?
You're just gonna like reach over and gently like lean her head on the bar to try to get her to like fall asleep or something.
Yeah, she lays her head down and just keeps laughing.
Just gives her like a pat.
Yeah. Basically, like we're left with a friend's younger sister to babysit while we have a serious conversation.
Yeah.
So, he used magic to freeze everybody except for me and him.
That explains something.
Yes. So, we had a conversation. He wasn't looking to kill me, which is a first when it comes
That's
to
good.
bondage,
That's
right?
really good, yeah.
He did want, and will gesture to the scythe.
Oh shit.
You forgot about it again, didn't you?
Yeah, completely.
He has a habit of forgetting about weapons.
Welcome back,
Breaker, I'm sorry, dude. There's a lot
head
that's been going
bonking.
on.
baby.
Come on.
I've been here the entire time. I didn't go anywhere. Carry on with your silly conversation.
All right, well, we'll continue this later. Anyway.
So I made a deal with him, as he was pretty open as to what I would want in return for giving him that.
Okay, so what is he gonna like counter necromancy or necromancy?
Basically,
I mean, I guess that's a win.
yes.
I mean, if that didn't happen, I was just gonna say, let's use your fancy new thing to get to like White Spire, and I could talk to Dad. But that sounds good. I like that better, actually. Don't have to talk to Dad.
You really don't want to talk to your father, do you?
I really don't.
You know, I'm kind of curious about him now. I mean, you've met my parents.
I feel like cranky old wizards who are upset their adopted sons didn't become mages, then he's the guy for you, I guess.
I mean, my father was disappointed that I didn't stay and become a... So...
Well, I lied about being a fisherman. Maybe you can lie about being a bonds mage and
Well, that's a
repair
little
our
bit harder
relationship.
to get away. Just a little bit harder to get away with.
Well, I think Arrow will be thrilled to hear about this.
Yeah. Hopefully this-
Necromancer.
Yes.
This is good. We needed a break. We needed a win.
Hopefully this won't have major rippling consequences, but
Yeah,
one problem at a time, I suppose.
I agree with you there.
I think they'll lean in a little closer to Gregor and just be like, "Do you think we should put her to bed?"
Yeah, I think so. I think we're all ready.
Yeah, you're going to have to carry her up the stairs, I'm sure.
Okay.
wait, no. If it's
All right, come up,
if
you.
it's
We're
not-
going for a ride.
If it's not next, does that mean he really likes bones?
That's yeah.
Oh.
Is my shirt dry?
yeah. She doesn't peek on you, but she does have like a that was an unpleasant feeling moment. And you can head off to tuck poor little Willow into bed.
Yeah, like, probably go and, like, knock on the door to, like, the room that she shared with
Fletches, yeah.
Yeah.
Just be
Gonna
like, good evening, your, friend is, very, very intoxicated. I think needs some sleep.
Wait. Flash, let me tell you about the funniest joke. So what's a
Yeah.
what's a necromancer?
Gregor's just gonna lay her down while
Yeah.
He likes neck bones. Then she just falls asleep. And I think we can skip ahead to the following morning, which
Thank God.
Summer has been waiting like half a year to level up. So if y'all would
It's
like
level
to,
+7, right?
yes, you spend level +7 XP to
I
level
always
up.
forget.
It's been a long time since we leveled up. Let's talk about that a little bit. Because nothing makes better content than watching people level their characters up.
I've been thinking about this for fucking months. I know what I'm doing. I literally have it written on my character sheet. Don't worry about it. But I'd be more than happy to tell you what I am doing.
Level up when you have. Oh wow, the downtime actually increases as you level up. That's good to know. When you have downtime, hours or days, and XP equal to or greater than your current level +7, you can reflect on your experiences and hone your skills. Subtract your current level +7 from your XP. Increase your level by 1. Choose a new advanced move from your class. If you are a wizard, you also get to add a new spell. None of you are wizards. And then choose one of your stats and increase it by 1, which may change your modifier. Changing your constitution increases your maximum and current HP ability, and ability scores can't go higher than 18.
Awesome.
So, who's leveling up? I know Arrow is, I believe Farron is. Is Farron leveling up
Farron
twice?
level up.
And Gregor, are you the odd one out here?
Yeah.
Alas.
That's okay.
I think you just leveled super recently, though, if I remember correctly. So.
Yeah.
So since you've been thinking about this for ages, Summer, do you know what your stat boosts are going to be, or are you only leveling up once?
I'm only leveling up once for now. I only need like one more point to level up again. I'm bumping up my constitution, just
Setting-
for niceness, and I'm taking a move from another class.
Ooh.
I am taking a move called Evasion, which is from the Thief class.
Oh yeah.
And basically, when I defy danger, if I hit it on a 12+, I transcend the danger. I not only do what I set out to do, but the GM will offer me a better outcome, true beauty, or moment of grace.
Hell yeah. So what's your max HP now?
My max HP now is 23.
23. Nice.
And we heal up all the way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Farron, what about you? You're leveling up twice.
I am leveling up twice,
So-
so my charisma is now an 18.
Fuck!
So that's a
Okay.
+3. And my intelligence is now a 16. So that's a
God
2.
Damn,
Plus
you are
I-
a smart, sexy boy.
I am a smart, sexy boy. And I'm gonna need to. I'm still picking up my moves, but they will.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna take an ear for magic, which is when
Ooh.
I hear an enemy cast a spell, the GM will tell you the name of the spell and its effects. And I take +1 forward when acting on the answers.
Oh, that's so good. I really like that. All right.
Yeah, so I get to do some fun stuff with that.
All right.
Okay, so question with devious.
Okay. I have a
It says
concern.
when you use Charming and Open, you may also ask how are you. Your subject may not ask this question of you. Is this adding to my list of possibilities, or is this a question I can also ask on top
Very
of the question?
vulnerable to me.
Picking from the list, if that makes sense.
You may
So it's like,
ask.
is this adding to the list of possibilities, or is this on top of my possibilities?
I feel like it is unclearly worded.
Yeah.
But I feel like the clearer way to write it to mean it adds to the list would be you may instead ask, which is not what has happened here. So I'm going to choose to say that whenever you use that move, you can also
Oh,
ask
goody.
how
Yeah,
they are vulnerable
I'm
to
gonna
you.
get that too.
And they may not ask it back.
Yeah.
That might make you super imba. What the fuck ever. This entire game is about making y'all super OP. Let's be real. You can teleport across the world.
Do y'all want to hear what just made me really sad that I didn't fucking read before I decided on this move? Which I'm gonna keep it. I have to have Lake with me to do it. I have to have my animal companion to do it.
Really? Why? What?
It's the move I took was special trick. So you choose a move from another class. So long as you are working with your animal companion, you have access to the move. And she fucking got left on the other side of the fucking world.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Womp.
I completely forgot because I think we had her in the last episode.
Yeah.
I think we
Oh
did
yeah,
too.
she was. Maybe she got teleported with us. Like, I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
give her to me, I'm fine with that.
My magic was very powerful.
Yeah.
I'll just
I mean, she's basically part of me. You
Yeah.
know,
I'll just do it. Sure, why not?
it's fine.
I was just
She
like,
wasn't below ground with me though, if I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to retcon that, it's fine. She didn't do anything for me last episode. We just had a little conversation.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'll retcon that and say she's still
Okay.
out in Elisardwin.
She's coming to find me.
Yeah, like she always does.
Yeah.
yeah. But yes.
It's
So
a good
these are some really fun new moves.
burp. Oh boy.
Yeah, but Devious is like, hello.
I am
How are
Farron.
you vulnerable to me? Which does make sense for Farron, considering that they are a seducer.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like you can just you can worm that information out of people, even if they don't tell you directly. Like you can get that out of their subconscious tics and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. You awake in the morning. It's foggy as fuck, and it's real damp for you, Arrow. When you wake up, you're in a tree. You're real damp.
I like being damp.
You're not your clothes aren't soaked, but you're uncomfortable, right? It's
I don't think I am.
Everything sticks to you slightly.
That's not a big deal. I'm fine with that.
Natural.
I mean, if you're cool with that, then sure.
I mean, it's not like that would never happen in the forest. Like, that's normal. Is it for it to be pretty misty and dampish?
Sure.
We don't really have windows, if you'll remember correctly. They just kind of open holes in the wall.
And we're gonna start with you. What do you first do in the morning?
Oh my god. I mean, most likely he'd probably just get up and head back to the inn. I think he probably takes a long way around, kind of avoiding ocean view. You can stay on the outside of town, but I think he would just want to get a kind of a lay of the land general, because they walked a little bit through town, but he has a really good sense of direction, so he's not worried about getting fucking lost. But he would try and get a better understanding of the town, because he doesn't trust anyone, and it's good to have an escape route plan just in case. So his goal would be to take an outer walk to find the gates that leave the city, and then scoot back in towards the inn.
Could you
A track?
Sure. I mean, basically what I want you to do is perceive, right?
You mean discern realities?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Sure. Hi. Wow, I'm one point closer to leveling up.
No XP. Because that's not
What?
a miss.
Oh, I saw the 4. I saw Candace 4. Just kidding.
No.
That's nice.
It's a 7 to 9. So you get to ask one question.
I guess it would be what should I be on the lookout for? Well, actually, hold. I'm gonna go with what here is useful or valuable to me in layout of the city. Is this is the exit low? How can I take advantage of the way that the city's laid out, essentially, in an emergency situation?
This city was I think the city was formed after the Reformation, and that is told in its architecture and its planning. It's been built up slowly from the edge of the water up this cliff face and up the bluffs, and part of what that means is like most of the city is on kind of low ground. It's a poorly defensible position, and getting in or out of it is kind of a nightmare, which I know isn't what Era wants to hear, but is the unfortunate truth of it. But the ocean here is fairly calm. So theoretically, if you really had to, as much as we know you hate the water and don't know how to swim, you feel like you could just like skirt the coastline and walk very carefully and get out that way pretty easily. Does that answer your question? All right. Oh.
Sorry, I was taking notes.
How dare you?
I like writing things down. Yeah, and after he kind of, I'm assuming most of his trek is like up a hill to like towards where the exit is.
Yeah.
Which isn't like, it's not terrible, but it is for like getting a group of people out of a city that's not amazing. So I feel like at whatever highest point there is in the city, that's when he kind of sees down towards the coastline and would realize like best bet is probably either by water or along the coast itself, before he heads back to the inn to wait for everybody else to get up.
All right. And I think actually we will cut to Farron waking up. As you wake up in your very platonic shared room with your very platonic friend. It's foggy outside. I think you have a sort of disoriented moment where you hear the creaking of boats, you hear the cries of seagulls and the general like hubbub of Cape Symbol, which is very different from like the docks district in Two Rivers. It's much more subdued, I think. Back in Two Rivers, everything was very like mercantile and there was a lot of business happening and a lot of chatter, and here it's just kind of quiet, like people going about their days and like nodding and being like, hey, pretty quietly.
Yeah, it definitely has a moment of like, what fucking year is it? When they wake up. Because it's been a hot minute since they've woken up to these sounds and smells and sights. Or probably after reorienting themselves and, you know, the fact that they're in a in room with Greg, it's just like, oh, right, yes, this is what's happening now.
Gregor looks cuter than ever sleeping.
Yeah.
Look,
Definitely has a moment of like, okay. I was looking for way too long, kind of self-awareness. Like, before, as is custom, goes over and like nudges Gregor awake before getting out to get ready, because Farron takes 10 times longer to get ready. It also takes Gregor 10 times longer to get out of bed.
Yeah.
So it just matches up.
Gregor would be the one just chilling out, going through like their text.
Yeah.
All parents do this.
Yeah.
I can't look at this cat.
Skullbreaker, did you have any dreams?
And I actually think that because she did hear Skullbreaker talk last night. I think that Farron will explicitly like pat Skullbreaker a little bit and good morning to you too, Skullbreaker, before going to the mirror.
Thank you.
You know, it's morning. You know, it's very weird for me to say this, but I sort of missed hearing you talk, Skullbreaker.
Well, when you get yourself into enough trouble, guiding voices become more appreciated. I understand that.
It's, your bluntness is refreshing, let's just say that.
One might say it's my greatest feature.
I'm so glad he said bluntness. Are you talking to me now, Skullbreaker?
You didn't seem interested in hearing what I had to say, so I figured I would leave you to your own devices.
I'm all ears now. Look, why are you so cranky? We got to smash a thing. I figured you'd be ecstatic. Skullbreaker, SB.
Do not call me that. You have not earned the right to give me pet names.
Jeez. He's gonna look at me like, I'm really in the weeds with my hammer right now.
It certainly sounds like it. Did.
Okay, we'll do this at your place, buddy. Or your pace, I mean.
Have you any idea the trouble you're getting yourself into while doing nothing to prepare yourself?
What are you talking about? We just escaped the undead and these things. Like, we needed to rest up, man. We haven't forgotten about it.
You marched into an army alone. And while I applaud your plucky sensibilities
I was gonna say,
and
that
your
sounds like
ability
something
to
you encourage me to
escape,
do.
you're not ready.
I don't know if you paid attention last night, but Farron found us an ace in the hole.
Right. A necromancer. Exactly what we need.
Well, what are your ideas?
You should be starting a popular revolution. Gain the people's
Excuse me?
support, march on the undead, and end them.
You know, that's a very long-term kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that...
Well, perhaps if you had started when I first recommended, this wouldn't be an issue.
We're thinking more years than months.
You give Gregor too little credit.
Thank you, Skullbreaker.
Oh, come now. And she, like, rolls her eyes as they're, like, braiding their hair.
Gathering an army is not hard. You just have to
It's
give them
not.
something to hate, and then money and food.
Right, things that we really have.
I mean, my idea was to go to the White Spire and get some Bonds Magi beforehand anyway, but...
Well, you do have something to hate, and your companion Arrow does seem to have quite an amount of money.
It's true, Arrow has all of the money.
So, if I can gather an army in 1 month, why can't you?
I don't think we have a month, Skullbreaker.
I think you're marching into death.
That I agree with you.
I think as soon as your deal with this necromancer is finished, he will seek ways to exploit you. And you will have given him more power to do so.
I mean, that is very much a possibility. But why don't you say that issue with this, and then deal with the other possible issue later?
You're not dealing with the issue, you're making yourself a worse one. I can help with armies. I can't help with the necromancer. How do you think I got in this stupid hammer to begin with?
This explains so much now.
That's the most open you've been.
This isn't a sharing circle, get over it. The demon is gone, sharing is over, but the problems are still here.
Let's get the others.
Yeah, he
I
leaves
just
it there.
imagine Gregor has such like a bug ass like smile. Talking to me again.
That's all I'm taking out of this.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, y'all can reconvene in the common room of the inn.
Arrow's probably down there chilling.
Just chilling.
Just straight chilling. Maybe eating.
I think.
Probably eating something not from the inn.
You get a
Which is
dirty
fucking
look.
rude, but
Yeah, you get a dirty look from the person at the bar.
yeah, he's like eating an apple that he walked in with.
Yeah, I think when you're like halfway through the apple, Fletch and Willow walk into the room, and Willow just has the like most haggard expression.
Yeah.
Stumbles
He
over and sits
has
down.
this dumbest smile. He knew she was gonna feel like shit. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look worse for wear. Did you
Well,
party a little hard last night?
I mean, I had a bunch of rocks fall on me, and like I got imprisoned and all that sort of stuff. So
You don't look rocks falling on you and in prison sort of rough. You look one too many drinks rough. Because, other than the imprisonment thing, which I'm not trying to knock, I also had a bunch of rocks fall on me.
it might have been more like 3 drinks too many. It's been a rough morning.
I'll get you some water. And he gets up to go get her like a hearty plate of food, like
Yeah.
lots of bread and water. Probably
Yeah.
some like OJ or something.
Yeah, and I think Farron is like, we did take care of her. This
Yeah,
is her
it's
own
like,
doing.
as Farron and Gregor walk in.
Yeah.
I think walking over to the bar, Fletch is over there ordering some food for herself as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you
I'm
sleep?
just as well as ever. I don't really like sleeping in cities, but
Right.
not ones like this anyway.
It wasn't bad.
What about you?
It wasn't bad.
Are you doing all right?
I appreciate you asking.
He just gets a plate of food.
Yeah, she'll grab her food and go and sit down. Then
Yeah,
you can grab
he
food
just
for.
Pushes it all over to Willow and it's like, eat.
Is this?
Yes, it's all for you and you're going to eat every bite of it.
I missed you, Arrow. She sits up and starts eating.
I think she's like halfway through and he's like, it doesn't count if it comes back up.
She like stops for a moment. It's like, you're not helping. She slows down at that point.
So did I miss anything fun last night? Or just the same old?
Gregor's just gonna look to Farron.
I think I remembered something about Farron in someone's neck. It's all sort of hazy.
That doesn't sound too surprising. If you want to elaborate, Farron.
I may have met with a bonded necromancer so that they would deal with, he would deal with the zombie issue in exchange for the scythe.
You and you're taking him at his word for the scythe, something that we
Well-
found hidden in a temple.
So it's a little complicated. How much do you know about bond magi?
Probably a decent amount, right?
Yeah,
I mean, in the time that I've been out in the world.
I think you've got
And
the
we know
general
that they're pretty
gist,
much the only ones that have ever come into our forest, like looking for shit.
yeah.
So we know they're nosy as fuck.
Yeah, well, and they're hard to get rid of too.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you just have to shoot them in the neck a couple times, but yeah.
yeah, you have to catch them unawares or you die, basically.
Yeah. Enough.
So the thing with the bond magi, they're dead.
You're cutting out a bit, Kiana.
Yeah.
Where?
Ah,
No. Discord.
plus.
What? Stable, please?
It might just be your sensitivity is too low.
That's weird. It shouldn't be.
I don't know.
Yeah. So just be like, well, as is according to the name, bond magi are bonded to something for their magic. This particular one happens to be bonded to his words and deeds and deals.
And there was nothing else that he wanted other than the scythe.
Just the scythe. He was quite unconventional.
Did you... So you agreed to these terms, or did you tell him you would think it over?
I agreed to the terms. The contract is already done. It's why.
Farron, you could have asked the rest of us. I mean, leading a necromancer straight to El Surgeon is risky at best. And what's to say that he won't change his mind and decide that the army is more worth having than the scythe?
I have a feeling that is pretty set in stone, or at least, how to say, written in magic and sealed with souls at this point.
Well, as long as he's alive, at least.
There is technically nothing said about harm within that contract, but I'd rather not be the one that breaches it.
Well, I don't mind. It's not my contract, but it is my home.
I think it's the best chance we have.
And we're... He could be anybody. He could be dabbling in necromancy. We don't know that he has the power to take on what...
He was able to freeze everybody in this bar except for myself and him.
That's a bar. That's not raising hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the undead, Farron. It's not the same thing.
From what I understand, this is his word. And it's quite lit. And it's hard to explain the feeling of it, but I'm pretty sure a part of me got locked into that.
Regardless, it's your understanding of what's going to happen. That doesn't make it reality.
Did you tell him about the city?
No.
It seems that there's nothing we can do now.
It is not necessary that he will go straight to the city to deal with these zombies. It could very much that he stays on the outskirts.
Depending on where they are when we get there. We all but led them to a tunnel directly to the city. If they can overcome barriers, then we know that they can.
He was a very strange Bond Magi, I'll just say that. Not loved by his organization, and he holds very little love for them, I understand. If he had much sense of duty, he would have killed me as soon as he figured out what I was, which clearly he had done his research.
But apparently the scythe was more powerful than any hate that he could have for you, or any bounty on your head, any reward. The scythe was worth more. Why did he say he wanted it? Did he say it all?
Knowledge.
So there's
wanted
something to
to-
be gained from it?
Wanted to understand it.
Farron, what was his name?
Fuck, I was pretty sure I got his name, but that might have just be me, not
He did. His name is Narum.
never. Yeah.
Room.
Dylan, does that sound at all familiar to Gregor from his experience?
Go ahead and let's just roll plus it and see what happens.
All right, that's always good. Yeah. No. Nahum.
Nah, whom?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just roll 2 ones and a -1 modifier, and it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
You get XP.
That's I guess.
I'll
Sure.
take that.
Sure. We'll count it.
Uh,
Uh,
if you don't feel like that's enough arrow, my suggestion was gonna be going right to White Spire. At least we can get possibly multiple Bonds Magi interested in this. I imagine they'd be their next logical target.
I know that you want to keep your that literal city's history for as long as it existed. But we can't do this by ourselves. You know that, right?
He looks over at Fletch and Willow.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do the two of you think? On the one hand, I think involving more Bones Magi, just in case the Necromancer got out of control, they could step in. But on the other hand, we know how desperately they've been looking for the city.
They look at each other. I feel like I'm proof enough that we can't do this on our own. We're backed into a corner, Arrow. If we don't get help of some kind. But if it's just one and something goes wrong, maybe we can kill him. If it's a lot of them, I don't know that we can keep home safe.
But what if one isn't enough to stop the army in the first place? Is that a risk we want to take?
I don't know.
With all due respect, whatever dealings you had with the Bonds Magi last time, you didn't have me with you. I have a relationship with them. I have a relationship with one of the big shots there. I might be able to negotiate something with them, offer them something, I don't know what yet, to get them to assist and leave you alone. I
Carter,
don't
would you
think
be-
we have the time to argue this.
But would you be willing to bear the weight, the consequences that could mean for us? We would have to put total and complete faith in you. And as much as I trust you, you are an outsider to the city. You don't have as vested stakes in this place as we do.
I don't want to see thousands of people die, no matter what kind of stakes I have in them.
He looks over at Willow and Fletch again. I've told you before, I trust these two with my life, and I trusted them to come with us to save you. And if Gregor says that he can help us, I think that having people as powerful as a necromancer on our side could be beneficial. If he did try something with the scythe or try something with the army, there would be other people to step in on our behalf, and maybe there will be consequences, but I would rather the city still be standing and deal with outsiders than the city be razed and lose everyone.
You know we harbor magic at home, Arrow.
I know.
If they find us, do you really think they'll stop at the army?
Maybe we run a greater risk of not even seeing. Gregor can talk to them and maybe talk to them about the circumstances surrounding the army and get a read on how they're reacting to things. They'll know about the forest and know that there's something inside regardless. Gregor, is there any way that you could ask for their help without revealing the presence of the city, or would they not do it for that alone?
It's possible. Just the news of an army on the undead, I think, is motivation in itself.
Is there nowhere else to
If
turn?
they don't know already.
I don't know what other options we have. Mother won't send more than is necessary.
I don't think she gets to choose. We're out here. She looks over at Willow, who, like, I guess.
I won't force my opinion on the two of you. I say we vote. Three of us. Do we go to White Spire? I vote we do. Go ahead, Dylan. Decide our fates.
I would like you to roll parlay.
Sure. Can do. I'm probably bad at that, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're pretty bad at that.
8.
Oof.
Not
Not
awful.
bad.
Could be worse. They ask for something, do it. You should make them a promise. They need concrete assurance of your promise right now. Willow is just kind of like, I don't know. We need help, but I don't want to create a second problem for us. I don't know if we can survive a protracted war.
Oh,
And-
I have a big idea.
Okay, hold on. And even if we defeat a few Bonds Magi, once they know that we're there, they could send as many as they want. And we can't win that fight. What's your idea?
So this means that I have to talk about some probably uncomfortable things I don't really want to talk about with these particular people, specifically one particular person. But I could talk. So I felt Mab in those forests, and she would have a vested interest in their survival.
Here we go.
So my concrete assurance to them could be that Mab will be on our side, literally the fucking queen of the fairies, which is speaking out of turn for both Mab and the fairies, but what the fuck ever.
So
Do you think that'll work?
the thing that's gonna come up,
Yeah.
what when it turns to Fletch to like tiebreak,
Yeah.
she says, "I don't know that we have much of a choice, Willow, but I'd rather we find one. I need to know for sure that we don't have another alternative. Mercenaries, doing research into who this Ilmagara is. Anything. If that's the case, if you can look me in the eye and say there's nothing else we can do, then fine."
In our travels before I came home, I met somebody. Me and Vori met somebody. A queen. We were trying to help a woman looking for their child, and she asked for something in return, and that thing was service. And so I offered mine. And since then, I don't think the other two know about this like this. Do they know about this? Do you guys know about the Queen Mab agreement that I have with her?
I don't
Think so?
Think so? Vori was the only one who knew, I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit and we were like, yeah, we made a deal with her, and Vori Arrow's a fucking idiot, like bonehead. But I think that was it.
Yeah.
And I think he's like subconsciously spinning the ring on his hand. She enlisted me to help her, and when I came home, I felt that there was some part of her living in those woods. I think I haven't done near enough to prove myself to her, but maybe if I begged, maybe she cares enough about the woods to be on our side and could help us protect them, maybe not from the army, but from the Bonds Magi. As a plan B, if something goes wrong, if Gregor can't elicit their cooperation. It was in Sanctuary, right? Like just outside Sanctuary. And he looks over at Farron. If we go to Sanctuary, you can open a gate like the one that you opened, and we can go there. I could speak with her. And I could see if she would help us. And it's not a guarantee, but it is something else. It's another option.
I still need to understand how I do teleporty thing first.
If it's anything like whatever happens with me, it's more of a feeling.
That's what?
You were thinking of home, weren't you? When you brought us here.
I was thinking of somewhere safe.
And maybe it's just that. It's just extending a little bit of yourself to the place that you're trying to go. But either way, would that be enough for now? He looks over at Fletch.
Fletch stands up. I'll go pack.
Okay.
And with that, we're at the top of an hour. So I think this is a good time for us to go to our second break of the evening. We're going to step away, and when we come back, you will see where they go next. See you soon.
Kiss is coming up.
Hello, and welcome back to From Dust, episode 19. The group of you can get geared and ready to go in pretty short order. I think at this point you're so used to packing up quickly and getting on the move that it doesn't take you long at all.
Guys, I need some money.
What do you need money for?
I need to fix my shield.
And you don't have money to fix your shield?
I have 9 gold.
Are you going to pay me back?
Sure.
Arrow actually doesn't give a shit if you pay him back or not. It's just
Gregor knows this too.
Yeah, Gregor has taken advantage of Arrow's generosity.
Let's not stand on ceremony here.
Yeah, I also think that Arrow, like Summer, knows little to nothing about money and will give you whatever it costs.
It's like, how much does that cost? 100, 200,000 gold?
Yeah, 200,000. I don't have that much.
The better I'm equipped, the better we're equipped.
All right, so how much do you need to borrow? If you have 9 gold, you need what? 1 more? 2?
Maybe 10.
10 more?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll hand over 10 gold.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Arrow also, I would like to remind everyone, paid for all of our rooms.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
I think Willow just sort of like looks at you like she knows you're loaded and is like, what are you doing?
He's just kind of like shrugs and just rolls his eyes. He's like, whatever, it's like 10 gold. I have so much money.
Look, I haven't gotten paid since the Harpy job. It's been a long time.
It's like a millionaire being like, sure, have
Everything
$20.
we've done has not paid us.
Yeah, I can't believe you would ask for 20 whole
pay
dollars.
me recently.
Gosh. All right, so I think that we should get out of the city. I think it would be safe, honestly, to go down to the coast. It's going to be quicker, but if you are all up for a hike up a hill, Farron, unless you have some other things you'd like to do, I mean, maybe say goodbye.
I should probably not just disappear again.
Again?
I ran away from home for the first time.
Oof.
If you're wondering why my parents were like that.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm.
It also makes sense why you're friends with Arrow.
We runaways have a tendency to find each other.
I think Farron will like smile at Arrow and then also look up at Gregor because like there's kind of that. Gregor had made some mention.
And Vori was definitely like a runaway too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We found each other some fucking how.
That's very true. Yes, I'd like to say goodbye to my parents before we head off.
Did we learn your parents' names?
We did. Did we write them down for a second time? You generated them this time, Dylan.
I kind of remember them.
His name it was like Aaron. It was something very similar to Arrow.
I figured someone would have written it down.
Someone fucking else's parents are not important to me. I'm pretty sure it was like Aaron or it was something very similar to Aaron.
I'm looking.
And I don't remember the name of my parents because I just called them Mom and Dad.
We're gonna go say goodbye to Mom and Dad Farron. Mr. and Mrs. Farron.
Mr. and Mrs. Obriere.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly it. No big deal.
No, this isn't it. Wait, what the fuck?
Dylan.
Did we
Get
add
it
it to our
together.
log
I can't
of
believe
names?
you didn't. I'm gonna write it fucking down. Important
you?
NPCs. Yes. Mom and Dad Farron. No, just tell me the names when you got them.
Yeah, I'll find him eventually, I guess.
Aw.
Am I taking the heat here?
No.
I'm not writing these names down.
No, I'm pissed at myself for not remembering.
I just wanted to say like, hey, say bye to Bob for me, like first name, their dad, like we're
Yeah.
buddies.
Nope, those aren't the names. Those can't be the names. What the fuck? Was it Alvara for your mom? That sounds right.
No.
Fuck.
Years of fishing wasted.
Just start reading off the names that you've generated.
Oh no, Alvara was the fucking the innkeep. That's right, or something like that.
It was like its name. It had like its
No,
sound
it's a
in
human,
it.
That's a human. It's a human. That's a human. That's a human. Is this the beginning of the campaign that I'm looking at? I'm literally looking in the like whole chat log because for some reason my chat log doesn't go back that far.
It's like
No,
it has a s sound in it.
Rolf?
No.
it's
I'm
not.
pretty his name sounds so similar to Arrow. I said that
I
last
believe
time.
they were like an A and an E. Like they were very.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Elf names.
Literally me going to the last game to
this
fucking
is
look it
murdering
up.
me.
Yep, Sam. Can't wait to write it down and have it
Oh,
forever.
Alicia and Sithis.
I told you it has a sound in it.
Tell Silvus I said
how do you spell that?
Alicia, who is Farron's mother, is Alassea.
I told you how does this sound. Okay, and his dad?
And Sithis is S-I.
No. That's the professor.
Oh, fuck. Eridan. Sorry.
I told you it sounded like Arrow. I'm not.
Aradan.
I am. Wow, both A names with an A last name?
And over here.
That's what I fucked. That's why I was so confused. Is because after those names are a bunch of names that we generated for the Spoken Magic one shot.
Oh.
So I was like, who the fuck are all these humans? What?
Can we all just like do a big pat on the back for Summer, who remembered kind of that it sounded
Nice.
like Arrow and it had an
Closer
X
than
sound
any
in the
of us.
name? Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I wrote them both down. They're here.
Aradan and
Look at us
Alicia.
go.
All right.
We're done. Yeah. All right. Do you want us to come with you? Maybe just Gregor.
I think Farron's a little confused as to why suggested of just Gregor.
I don't think it was ever stated between Vori and Arrow, but they both thought you guys were kind of a thing a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think Farron's just like,
He's
could.
your bodyguard. Technically, he got along the best with your father.
I don't want to brag, but
you did help quite a bit with. If it's not too much of an inconvenience, that would be nice.
sure, we could stop at the blacksmith after.
Yep, you have the gold. We'll meet you. Would you rather? Here's the deal. Arrow would rather meet at the fucking top of the hill as far away from the ocean as possible, but it's probably more convenient to meet down by the ocean. I'm just gonna say, Arrow's like, we'll meet you at the gates to the city when you're done. We can look for a spot that's kind of out of view of what we'll be doing.
All right. If you're fine with that,
I mean,
again, try to avoid the look at me carrying weapons thing.
couldn't we just like do it here? It's not like anyone's gonna follow us.
It's still it for Farron's sake might be a little weird to disappear into nothing and have people know who you are. For us, it doesn't really matter, but might be easier on them.
Right.
I'm sure that if you stick around longer, you're going to get some questions. So it's up to you whether you'd like to entertain those. Stay a little more out of view.
We can show our way out.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, Willow looks between the two of you and is like, I'm gonna go help Fletch with packing.
All right, Arrow already has his stuff on him, ready to
Yup.
go. So I'll meet you all outside.
All right.
Outside. I hate walls. They suck.
I hate walls. This sucks.
Okie doke, so Farron and Gregor, you're heading to the Elfier household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get there without incident.
Cool.
I think
Farron was definitely walking quickly, like not quick enough that someone would be like, man, that person's walking really fast. But like in a, I want to get there as fast as possible and avoid any possible incidents way.
I think you get there and do you knock on the door?
Yes.
Okay. And Eridan answers. Farron. Gregor.
Aerodan.
Looks over me like, Jesus Christ. Call my dad by his first name. But doesn't vocalize it, but the expression says it. I just wanted to come by and say that I'm headed out later today.
All right. Good luck.
Is mother home, and I can tell her myself as well?
She's out on the water right now.
Right. Well, if I'm still around when I know that she'll be back, I'll tell her.
If you get lucky, you might catch her at the docks unloading some catch.
Right. Oh, make sure to write more often. They may come a little unconventionally, but
I think she'll like that. He like stands in the doorway looking at you.
yep.
Well, thank you for letting us into your house again. And it was great.
Thank you for keeping Farron safe.
Just give him a good solid nod.
They're they're our only kid, so
I'll keep doing my job, sir.
I think Farron reaches out a hand and at first almost as if to go for a hug, but then doesn't and just places it on his father's arm.
yeah, I think he looks like out to the water a little bit and then holds out his hand as if to shake yours.
Yeah. After squeezing his arm a bit, hold out his hand and take his.
Gives it a very firm shake. I don't understand what you're doing out there. I don't understand why either. But whatever it is, make sure you're damn good at it. All right?
And of course, if I'm good enough, you'll eventually hear the stories, the ones that I write, make their way even all the way over here.
I look forward to hearing them.
Yeah, well, wow, Farron.
Yes,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
not just me.
Look at Summer.
I am everywhere.
No, I looked at Summer, and my brain went, Arrow. Fuck. Yeah, Farron will incline his head and give his dad a good, warm smile, a genuine one. I'll go see if I can find Mother before I head out.
All right. He inclines his head, steps back inside, closes the door.
Yeah. Farron will kind of take a deep breath in. All right. This is the reason why I avoided it the first time, but it's good, I think.
That was good.
Yep.
Docs.
And I think like they kind of blink a little rapidly in the trying to not show that they were on the verge of tears.
Gregor will reach up and give him a little pat.
All right. One more to go, and then blacksmith, or maybe we can find the blacksmith on the way to the docks.
All right. And yeah, I think you can hit a blacksmith on your way down. There's a smith not far from the docks, who I think you know them, Farron.
Oh boy.
I think you know them because you're about the same age.
Hey, wait. Can I make this like 1% worse?
Huh.
Your exes?
Oh God.
I don't know. Is that?
I'm sorry. Did I say 1? I meant 100% worse.
Like teenage years ex.
Like high school sweetheart kind of thing?
Like not really though, because it's been super like not a great relationship. Probably.
Just like high school date. This is
Yeah.
the person
High
you
school
dated for a couple
sweethearts in the
months.
sense that you kind of dated in high school, but not sweet high school
Yeah.
hearts.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Sarah, I
and then
love
like
that,
definitely
you know.
broke up. You know,
Did you break
actually
up with
broke-
them?
No,
Did you
they
break it off, or
definitely
did-
got dumped.
Oh shit! Yeah, so good old Gandhian Ilnatar.
Oh boy.
Gondian.
Oh.
Sorry, let me rate. Can you please spell that for me? Gondian?
This name is never
Like
coming up again. Okay, sure.
Gondolin? Tell me.
Gonzalin.
G-O-N... Fuck it, I'm sending it in Zoom.
Okay.
It's more funny to make you spell it out loud.
No. Deal. So you come to this like open air smithy, and you see him, his blonde hair put up, as he's hammering away at like
Oh my God, he's beautiful.
a horseshoe or something.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's fucking hot.
Oh no. Yeah. So he's there hammering away. When you walk up, and at first I think you don't recognize him. You're just like, okay, elf blacksmith, and then he looks up at you, and like smiles in greeting, and you instantly go, oh, I remember who this is.
Yeah, I think it was like definitely like the hello. Like the genuine smile definitely turns into a more forced one.
Uh-huh. Oh, how can I help you today?
Hey there, I'd like to see what you can do about this, and Gregor will hold the tattered remains of what was once his
Ooh.
shield.
That is a mess.
Yeah, literally.
That'll
got,
be 9 gold.
Literally. Literally got pulled apart.
Yeah, Jesus, don't leave your shields with your kids, eh? He,
Yeah.
sets it down. Alright, how soon are you gonna need that by?
As soon as possible. We're kind of hoping to leave town today.
Ooh. Gosh. I'm real sorry about that, bud, but, yeah, I don't know if I can hit that turnaround today.
Do you happen to have a new one?
Yeah, I could get you a replacement. We don't do a whole lot of weapon work here, but, you know, I like to, keep in shape, try new things, and he goes toward the back and, like, opens a door.
Farron has definitely done the thing that during the conversation they have started to.
Yeah.
Fredger doesn't notice whatsoever.
Yeah.
Literally, this is the summer move, is when you walk in and you're in the room, you like go and you look at a shelf and you're like, wow, I really need something on this shelf. It's all weird chords that I don't understand. I'm just gonna look at these chords until something changes, until I'm
Yeah.
gone.
Definitely is like looking at the other things here.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never known how bad I needed a really, really, really cool fishing hook before. Look at all these fishing hooks. I need
Wow,
one.
look at this like fishing pole.
Wow, tackle. Right? Am I right? Fishing boots?
Hike?
Look at all these.
How do you do, fellow fisher people?
Yes.
He
Wall.
he calls from inside. So, what brings you two to town?
We're eloping.
Just on a visit. Farron is clearly changing in how he talks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? You have family in town?
No, we were just passing through.
I
We're
would
just
like
on
you
the
to
way.
defy
Yeah.
danger.
Yes!
Summer's like, yeah, ruin Farron's
I'm not
day.
there, but I feel like I am.
Summer's favorite thing, as we all know, is awkwardness. So.
Danger.
I love it being awkward as fuck.
Charisma?
Is it charisma? Please tell me it's charisma.
I think it's charisma, using charm and social
Okay.
grace.
Yay.
Oh.
It's an 8. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
Gregor, you
well.
didn't need to roll, so you're fine. Because you're not lying or anything.
No.
You're
Okay.
just
I thought you said
being
both.
And also you don't know who this is. So
Yeah,
it's not like
you-
you'd have any reason to be on guard
Sure.
at all.
I have figured it out.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he
Farron
hasn't
knows.
yet.
Farron
Yeah.
knows. 7 to 9. Offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Honestly, they're just trying to be like, please stop talking to me.
This is perfect.
Please ignore me.
Yeah, Gondian comes back out with a shield that's like roughly the same size. It's a slightly different style, but
I'll make do.
he holds it up. You think this'll do? Here, put it on. Give it a try. See how it feels. Are you sure we haven't met before? He's turned to Farron.
I don't know why you would think that.
I don't know. Feel like I knew a guy. Looked kind of like you. What's your name?
Oh god. Funny, Farron would have a bunch of fake names. I do not off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's Peroni.
Yes,
Listen,
I'm
listen.
Fettuccine. Fettuccine air conditioner. That's me.
Fettuccine. Why would you go with Alfredo?
Oh,
Same.
you're right. Sorry,
Wow, so
fettuccine
close.
Alfredo. God, Alfredo is so good. Like, I know we're supposed to be playing
Fettuccine
a role.
Alfredo. Fuck.
I know we're supposed to be playing a role-playing game right now, but while Kiana figures out her fake name, can we just talk about how good Alfredo is?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So damn good.
underrated combo is Alfredo sauce and tomato sauce. Like if you're a buy your sauce in a
Combo?
jar kind of person,
Yeah.
like just put both of them together.
Mhm.
So
Well,
good.
When I order my favorite pizza, which is the best pizza in the world, I always ask for half tomato base and half the like garlic, like white sauce base that they do.
Ooh,
And they mix
nice.
them together on your pizza, and holy
Ooh.
shit,
That
it
sounds
is
good.
it is fresh. I am a huge garlic fan though, so
Oh
you know.
yeah, I there's no such thing as too much garlic.
Yeah, like I could probably bite into a clove and be fine.
I have done that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My
Same.
mom, when she would chop onions when I was really little, I would always like, or when she would chop anything, I'd reach up and grab a slice unless it was something raw.
Yeah.
And I did that with onions too. And
Yeah,
it,
dude,
it changed me forever. And
Onions
it's
are
so
so
good.
good.
They're so fucking good.
Yeah.
Do you have a fake name yet? Kiana?
Yeah,
Okay.
his fake name is Vezrin.
Is what?
Vezrin.
Vezrin. I don't need to write this
Vezrin.
down, do I? Are you going to use this again? I'm going to put it in my notes.
Ezrin. Yeah, I could have sworn I knew someone. Ezrin. The name sounds familiar. Did you? You didn't grow up here, did you?
No. I'm from Sanctuary.
Oh. Weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
lucky.
heck. Yeah, I went to I think I went to school with a guy named Vezrin or something like that.
What a strange coincidence.
Yeah, weird guy. But you know.
The
I
shield's
think-
great. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think Farron is like actually shrinking into himself.
Gregor, not even a blink at this fake fucking name? Not even the bat of an eyelash?
I think at this point, like, it probably took a little bit, but I think Gregor eventually, like, once the conversation started going, realized Farron was trying something.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that'll be 15 gold pieces, and that'll get you
perfect.
stacked up right there.
Ha, that's what I have. Sweet.
Vezrin. Huh. Weird. Small world, right?
Very small world. Must have been quite weird if you noted how weird he was.
Yeah, well, no, he just he was a real head in the clouds kind of guy, and I'm, much more. I like to work with my hands, keep grounded, that sort of stuff. But we dated for a little while, in school, so. But I don't remember what happened to him. Hope he's okay.
I just picture this guy looking like Gregor, but an elf.
Yeah, he's elvish.
I'm
Gregor.
sorry, looking like who?
Gregor.
Looking like
he's,
Gregor.
He's elvish Gregor.
Oh my god. Yes. And he's covered in soot, which is hot.
He's probably like a little more blonde, like a little more like.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
blonde, pointy-eared
and
Gregor.
he has longer hair that's put up in like a bun.
Well, and he's just like longer and more slender from his just genetic. But
yeah, but
yeah,
he's obviously
he's
like.
basically
If you compare their character designs, you're like, I see what the writers are
what they were
doing here.
Yeah, the writers were
Model.
fucking really going for a type here. This is basically all of Farron's exes as
Yeah,
we
and
look
I
back
think-
to the past.
Yeah, I think Farron like is definitely like kind of talking, but not like fully facing because they're kind of
Mhm.
if they like fully face, they're kind of weird. So definitely like a awkward, not really looking at you conversation that's happening right.
Gregor will say, well, thank you very much. Come on, Fezrin.
Oh yeah, thank you. Well, if you're ever back in town and little nippers tear that one apart, feel free to stop by. And if you're in longer, maybe I'll have a chance to fix it instead of just.
I'll
replacing
remember.
it.
Maybe I'll buy you a drink next time.
That sounds nice, bud. You seem real cool. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Gregor.
Yeah, he holds out a hand. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, you both
I like to think your
exchange.
biceps are just both like, yeah.
Yeah, it's the fucking like predator handshake.
Farron is absolutely having a crisis moment of like, oh god, my current really good friend and my
you come back, drinks are on me.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I like this town. They're so
Yeah.
nice.
All right. I think in that panic moment, definitely switches back to their normal. It's like, all right, let's get going now, shall we? And just like
Huh.
starts to does a really quick pivot and starts to like take Gregor with them.
All right, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You too.
And you can head down the rest of the way to the docks.
Wow, that's a really nice guy.
Ah, yes, very nice guy. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't think he recognized me, did he? Do you think that?
I guess not. He bought your name, which I was fully aware of.
Were you fully aware of?
No, but I think I caught it when it counted.
Yes. Oh, I did not expect him to be doing a blacksmith shop now.
What is he, like an ex or something?
Mm,
I mean, I get it. I can see. Yeah, I see it.
did you hear any of what he was saying in terms of, oh, hey, that veteran sounding person was weird?
Yeah, he says not at all.
You were checking out the shield at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have been checking it out. What do you think? Looks good.
It does look very good on you.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to the docks and hopefully we can talk to my mother before we run into any more exes of mine or classmates. I'd rather not deal with that any more than I have to.
Alright. So was he like nice back then too? Like Grey Girl just like ask all about him.
Farron is like so unhappy with this. Probably giving like the most one-worded answers as possible. Like as minimal answers as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As they're again doing the walking as fast as possible without being suspicious.
Do you think he likes stew? I bet he likes stew. You think he uses a hammer?
Yeah.
You think his talks?
I mean, he definitely uses a hammer. He's a blacksmith.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just need a strong dude with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
I think at some point Farron doesn't remember whether Skullbreaker can hear not spoken out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely is thinking, Skullbreaker, please interrupt this conversation. I
think I'm the only one that can do that with him.
yeah, definitely it's just like, oh my god, something please stop this line of questioning.
Yeah, and I don't think it stops right up to you getting to the docks.
That's
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see you see your mother pulling in to port on a small boat loaded up with fish.
fun. All right, that's good timing. And he'll kind of just step out onto the docks.
Oh, Farron.
Mother, good timing. I was looking for you.
What do you need?
We're heading back out on the road later today.
Oh,
I'm sorry I couldn't stay any longer.
I was hoping I'd get that song.
Fortunately, we kind of abandoned something in the midst of danger coming here, so have to go be responsible.
So you're going back to the danger then?
It's partially my responsibility now.
Okay. You, She steps out of the boat and
Yeah.
walks up to you, and I think she pulls you into a hug.
Yeah. And Fern will hug her.
Be
I'll be all
careful.
right. I'll be all right. I've made it this far.
And if things get really bad, like they were before you came here, you can always come back.
I know.
A road goes more than one way.
I'll find my way eventually back, whatever pathway I end up having to take. I'll make sure to write
Good.
a little more often. I may come in unconventional ways.
I don't care, Farron. I just want to know that you're okay out there. And I don't know that he'll say it, but your father does too.
I know. But I have my friends. We all look out for each other, so I'm not out there by myself like I was for the first little while.
If if anything changes here, I'll try and write back. I don't know if I'll be able to catch you with a letter, but
Here, and I think he's gonna take out a bit of his parchment, and he's gonna write down his address, his as permanent of a residence that he has.
Is it just the
It's like his
raunchy goblin?
it's his like only permanent residence. Like he's not there all the time, but it's there
Okay.
as like a place to receive things.
Mm-hmm.
This would be one solid enough location.
Okay. I'll write for the holidays.
It won't be 50 years until the next time I come back, I promise.
It better not be. Or I'm gonna lock you in your room.
You know that I can more easily climb out the windows than I used to when I was a kid, right?
Well, I'll gather some of my friends to keep a watch then, if I have to. I'm very good with a net, you know.
I know you are.
Stay healthy. Eat lots. Don't let the road starve you. If you come back this skinny, and I think she like pokes you in the ribs. Next time.
Yeah. Look, some people find this physique very attainable in what they want to achieve. Probably smile.
You need some. She like lifts one of your arms. You need some. You need some pudge. It shows you're healthy.
I think Farron like remembers like when like definitely like looks back and just like, oh
Yeah,
God,
just, like,
please.
trying to keep his composure.
Definitely like squints a little at him, but turning back to his mom. All right, I'll make sure to eat an extra portion or so.
Good. And don't forget to work some fish into that diet. It's very good for you.
It's good for the liver and the hair. And yes, I know, Mother.
Mm-hmm. And if you need to do other work to make ends meet instead of just jumping straight into danger, that's not a bad idea either.
Really, my main job is entertainment. This is kind of the side job, oddly enough.
Okay. Well, she moves your hair around a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you say goodbye to Eridan?
I spoke to Father before I came down here.
Okay. Well. I guess it's not your first day of school. I don't need to embarrass you by seeing you off at the door.
I promised Father that I would be the damn best at what I do. I promised you I would stay safe. So, combination of those keep me going and alive for a long time, I'm sure.
I think she pulls you in for another hug.
Yeah.
And she kisses the top of your head and whispers, "I'm proud of who you've become." She steps back and holds you at arm's length. Go out there and sing the best songs.
I will. And maybe a song or two will make its way out here.
I hope so. I'd rather hear them from you.
You will. I'll make it happen.
Alright, I'm gonna get too much salt in my eyes if you stay too long.
You're already with so much salt in the air, I would by now.
Well, yes. She wipes some more tears away. That just means my tolerance is fairly low.
Yeah. I think he'll press a kiss to her cheek. Take a deep breath in. I'll see you around later, Mother. I promise.
She nods and waves, and as much as she makes airs of all right, get out of here, I think she stands on the dock, watching until you're out of sight.
Yeah. Well, Farron will turn back to Gregor and walk out.
And I think we see you reach the gate with the rest of the Elosurdran elves. We're at the top of the hour, so this is a good place for us to take our final break of the evening. And when we come back, we're going to see where their adventure takes our heroes next. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to the final hour of episode 19 of From Dust. You have all gathered at the gates to Cape Simbel. What do you do?
Arrow. After we get a little bit away from the gates, out of view of guard towers, we'd probably just go down the road like normal, and then split off to the side. Farron, I know it's a lot to ask, and I know that you've only done it once, but I did it when it counted without really even thinking about it. And I think that you can do that too. You just have to want it.
Right?
I heard none of that. I heard an all right and then silence.
Yep.
Oh.
Fucking goddamn. Yeah. All right. We'll give that a go then.
I will remind you before you go, and you may make whatever choice you wish. But I'm gonna give you the reminder in case you have forgotten that you were handed a stone.
Oh yeah.
With the instruction to call Narum when you were ready to leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think Farron is going to tell the others. The necromancer did say that he wanted me to call him when I was ready to go. I don't know if this is the right time because we're going straight to the problem. Detour, and I don't know if I tell him the detour. But at the same time, perhaps getting along for the ride will let us know a little more about him. What do you think?
I don't know if it's in his or our best interest for him to come to Whitespire with us. Especially if he's on the rocks with him.
I mean, do you think he can find us from anywhere? I don't, Farron, I don't know how your power works, but maybe we could leave him somewhere in Sanctuary, and we can pick him up somehow.
Right.
After Whitespire. We don't need him trailing around. I mean, even if you know a town close to here, maybe we could go there instead and pick him up here, come back for him later.
Should I tell him that we're going to do a detour and then come back for him then? Or do we just hope that he doesn't he just left?
Well, you're the one who vouched for his word via the contract, so I would hope that he would stay put until his work is done, right?
Right, yeah. Right, so perhaps I should. We won't take him with us. But I think I'll inform him about a place to meet up. Just so he doesn't think that we just went and left without him for no good reason.
Would he have a way to know?
I think he's staying in the town.
But does you leaving, does that undo your contract? Do you...
No, but I'd rather keep this contract in as good faith terms as possible.
But if he breaks it, that's not on you. You don't owe him anything other than what was explicitly demanded of you in the terms of the contract. That includes telling him where you're going.
I'm not telling him where we're going. It's rather. Yes, this does not prevent breaking or breaks anything in the contract. It's more a show of good faith. I'd rather still be in good terms with him going forward if we're going to continue this fun relationship we have with a necromancer.
Do what you want, Farron.
Right. I think they're gonna take a few steps away and tap into that message stone, I guess.
All right. You
You text.
you hold the stone, and you hear a like vague ringing in your ear, like somebody running their finger across the rim of a wine glass. Yes.
Hello, I hope you had a good night's rest.
Not one for small talk.
My companions and I need to make a quick trip somewhere in preparation for dealing with the undead problem. I was thinking that perhaps it would be wise if we meet somewhere in between, so we can perhaps, when we're done with our detour, we can go and finish our contract together.
Very well. Let me know where.
How far away is Sanctuary from like this?
Real fucking far away. Okay, let's.
Yeah, I
It's
was
been a while
gonna
since we
say.
took a look at the. Since we
Like, I
took a look
can't-
at the map.
I can't tell her to be like, meet us in Sanctuary casually.
Hi, my power just flickered. I would just like to tell you all,
Ooh,
Seattle is having
ooh.
the second thunderstorm I've ever experienced since I've lived here
The cameras
since
are fucked up.
December
Fuck.
2017.
Oh my god.
So this is the second time I've ever heard thunder here. So just FYI, our power grids aren't meant for this shit.
There we go. Adam's face is back. I don't know what was wrong with the
Hello?
overlay.
I'm just warning you because my power's flickering.
Yes. Well. And then Arrow
It should
died.
should be fine.
All right. So
That's
if we take a look here at the map, we can see Cape Symbol is way the fuck up here.
Yep.
And then if we zoom out even further, Sanctuary is way down here.
I mean, there's definitely like at least a city halfway between them.
Yeah, it's further than the distance from Two
River.
Rivers to Sanctuary, which took you like what, a month and a half.
Yeah, it took us like 3 weeks because we had a failed roll of people getting sick and moving slowly.
Right.
But we can create a town in between here and there, or Farron can, because Farron
Yeah.
has been that distance before,
Mhm.
has
Yeah.
taken that exact trek before.
Yeah. And where's Whitespire in this?
In the goddamn fucking mountains
White Spire is over here.
over
Oh,
there.
Jesus Christ. All right.
That's all.
Can I just say, maybe there's another little town. Maybe there's another little elf town in these woods that's like are like descendants of
Mm.
Elisurdran.
Oh.
That wouldn't remember the name Elisurdran anymore, but they're like, we came from the Great Forest. Like maybe that's what they call it.
Okay.
That live somewhere around here. Like maybe a little nomadic elf party that just moves around these woods.
The fun thing would be we would have to double the fuck back.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're teleporting,
Yeah.
You can only
It's
teleport
more,
places
I'm trying
you
not
have
to
been.
be a dick to this guy and be
True.
like,
Yeah.
meet here
yeah.
in this long ass journey for you.
Yeah, the power of the that you have is for you to teleport to any place you have seen or been.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Within the course of the campaign.
I mean, not technically, but basically, yeah.
Because I mean, Farron's been a fucking shit ton of places before the campaign started. is all I'm
That's
saying.
true. I might.
Yeah.
He can compromise and give me like 3 locations that I would know well enough to be like, yes, this is a place I can be.
Well, because here's the deal. I can pass through maybe maybe we can retcon the like exact wording of a place you've seen to a place you remember, because I would say that like there are towns that I have driven through. Like I can comfortably say I've been to Michigan several times. Do I remember a single goddamn place in Michigan? I remember exactly one, and I don't know the name of it. So it's like I remember this weird little bar that I went to a very small town in Michigan after like my aunt's funeral. So I remember that place, but I don't know the name of it, and I don't know what city we were in, and like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I think that's fair. It is essentially, it's meant to be a place that you can like picture in your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think that a place that you remember more than a place you've seen, because you've seen a shit ton of places, but a place you remember is more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farron's been alive for a time, on the road 50 years, like.
Two Rivers is a short jaunt by sea from here.
Yeah.
Just grab a boat.
That
you
wouldn't
can
be a...
fuck off. Sorry.
Wow.
With the by sea thing, Arrow would not get on a boat.
That was not about Arrow. That was about telling this guy to meet you somewhere convenient.
Oh, that's true.
The guy's a mage.
Jesus.
Can't he just like poof or something?
Can't he just poof? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually gonna ask him. I'm gonna fucking ask
That's
him.
a
Like,
great idea.
We spent a lot of time doing this.
What's his?
Yep.
What's his like? And like, what's his limitation in terms of travel? Like,
I will need time to get anywhere you tell me.
Well,
okay, yeah.
Fuck this guy. Literally, let's leave him in the fucking dust.
The thing is, if we meet him, we meet him somewhere that we know, or that I can remember, then if we all meet up there, I can teleport all of us there.
Then why don't we meet in Two Rivers? Because we haven't teleported there. He can get there. We can get there from there to the outpost outside of Elisurdran, no problem.
Yeah, and we've talked about this, I think, a bit off stream. Farron's teleportation power is not limited to like map location.
Yeah, it's
only
like
once.
actual like
it's like an area. It's like
you could get us like to like a different inn if you knew the inn in every.
It's gonna be a lot of inns.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, let's say Two Rivers. And, fuck, what was that? It was this fucking Seagull Inn. Something. Fuck. I can't remember the name of it. Summer, save me.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to roll. I clicked something.
Tilted turn.
The tilted turn, we have the raunchy goblin at Sanctuary and the tilted turn at Two Rivers.
Yeah, I was close enough. Yes.
Dylan's really a big fan of the names.
Yeah.
That's how inns work.
Not always.
Yeah. There is an inn called the Tilted Turn. In Two Rivers. How much time would you need to get there?
I can be there in a week.
All right. We'll see you in a week then. I think. Wait, I'm just trying to figure out how much time it's going to take for us to get... Hold on. How much time will it take for us to get to White Spire?
To get to White Spire, you can't fucking teleport to White Spire because Farron has never seen it. Let's see. It took you like a week, 2 weeks to get to Magi's Crossing, which was 60. So like, with horses, which you would have to get again, 2.5 weeks.
Oof, okay. And we're gonna want to be there for at least a couple of days. Yeah, I'll just go. We'll say, hopefully hopefully in 2.5 weeks, if not 3, I can update you for a week's notice. That works for you?
Very well. Just so you know, the stone doesn't have unlimited distance.
All right. So aim for 2.5 to 3, I suppose.
I will await further word.
All right. And we'll just be like, I don't know how to turn this off.
All right. um. Yeah, as soon as you stop holding it, it turns off. And you lose that ringing and that sense of mental connection, thankfully. And what do you do then?
All right. So we hop over to Sanctuary and then go from there.
Okie doke. I don't believe you have to roll anything, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
So
So
let me teleport, Dylan.
I will let you teleport. You can teleport.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go to the Machi Goblin.
Okay.
That's fun and crowded.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah.
Honestly, I had a roll.
Can you imagine us inside of your room specifically? And then if we're going to freak out person, we're only going to freak out like maybe two people boning at the worst. Maybe one person sleeping at the best. Maybe nobody.
Yeah.
I like how one
they're
person
gonna-
sleeping is
they're
better
gonna
than
be
nobody.
They're going to be specific to. Wait, fuck. Is I can't remember what we did in Sanctuary versus Two Rivers.
In Sanctuary, Sanctuary is where I went to jail.
No, that was Two
Do you
Rivers.
remember?
That was Two Rivers.
That was
Was
Two
it?
Rivers.
Yeah.
So was that?
Wow, so much
was
has
that-
happened.
Was that dying girl in alleyway?
That was Two Rivers.
That
Me
was-
sleeping
Two Rivers?
outside with the girl in the alleyway dying to
Yeah.
a shadow was Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Sanctuary.
Two Rivers
Yeah, I
was
was-
fucking popping.
Me returning the body. That was in Two Rivers too.
The Dead Bones Mansion.
Did we do
The Bones
fucking
Mansion.
anything in Sanctuary?
Yeah, you looted an Eldrin ruin.
Did we do
Oh.
fucking
Underneath.
anything else
No,
there
okay,
with
no,
like
okay.
interpersonal connections?
All right. No, I know. Farron is gonna go to the entrance of that crypt. There we go.
Oh.
I was like,
That's
"Fuck!
the
What do
one.
I know of that place?"
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a year, Dylan. We've
I know.
been playing this game for a year.
I know.
And literally all the places look the same in my mind's eye.
Well, and Arrow and Vori did most of the fun stuff in Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Mostly Gregor and Farron just hung out. So,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And yes, Rydia did go to the church and have a clairvoyance conversation in Sanctuary. So you gather up off the side of the road where no one can see you, and you cast your mind toward this dank ruin in Sanctuary, and as you look into the distance, you feel space compress, like oh fuck, what is it called? It's like a dolly zoom, I think is what it's called. It's my favorite cinematic effect, and I'm not going to nerd out about how it goes, but it basically just everything compresses, everything in a distance feels
Yeah. It's a
closer.
dolly zoom.
And you feel yourself sort of falling forward, and then all of the space around you folds in on itself and then unfolds, and you're standing in this gloomy, glowing space. Those lines along the wall again, and Willow looks around. Hey, she's gone.
There goes that power.
Rip.
Farewell.
Oh my.
Oh shit.
That freeze is
The
actually kind of
teleportation
spooky.
was too powerful, Dylan.
I know. I think Willow and Fletch both look around, like, are we back in that same ruin again? And as you cast about, and Summer's gone forever, I think this is actually a good point for us to end the episode.
Can I join via my phone?
Oh God!
Big old pepperoni.
All right. So that's our show. Summer might hop back into Discord for outros. Yeah. Adam,
I'm like cut in half.
Yeah, lean either direction. If you lean that way, yeah, there you go. Then you're in your frame. So this has been episode 19 of From Dust. This show is cursed. But at least
we were so close to it being perfectly fine.
But alas, here we are. Thank you for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. But before we go, let's go around and do some shout-outs. I was meant to update our shout-out screens, and I didn't do that yet. So I'm going to be doing that, I guess, at some point in the next 2 weeks. But let's just go around and say who we are, where people can find us, what we're up to, starting with Summer. Summer is a streamer and game designer. You can find her on Twitter at justasummerjob and on Twitch at off_the_table, where she runs and hosts a bunch of awesome games, some of which I am on. She's got some podcasts coming out. I think she already has one podcast, right? Off the table.
Yep. There's definitely
that I remember the name of.
the Monster Hearts one. No.
Yeah, I think so. But if you go to, I'm a good friend, off-thetable.com, I'm pretty sure they have all their info there. They have 2 new podcasts coming soon. Oh yeah, Tabled Hearts, that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm like, something hard.
Tabled Hearts. Yes, and you can find Tabled Hearts on your favorite podcasting app, which for me is Spotify. Soon you'll be able to find Cape Lorelei, which is going to be an Urban Shadows actual play podcast, and playing or releasing opposite that one every other week will be East Cedo Beach, which is the objectively superior Urban Shadows actual play podcast featuring the voice talents of yours truly.
Also, I may or may not show up as a guest.
Ooh, yes, please.
Am I probably going to be a hot villain?
Who knows? But yeah, follow Summer on Twitter, again, at justasummerjob, because she retweets everything there because she's too lazy to tweet anything herself. And I think that covers her usual outro. Kiana.
Oh, this was so much fun. I love it all the time. I love, getting stabbed with all those knives and wheels today. It's very good. I love it. Can't wait for next time. But until then, find me over on Twitter at Kiana S. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. Come over the internet, do a sort of tabletop game stuff, whether that's streaming, writing, shouting to the void. Usually you can find me over on channels such as Tales from the Grim, or WebDM, or Salty Sweet Games. Doing all sorts of stuff there. But coming up, I've got my adventure releasing on Monday, so definitely go check that out. It'll be on DM's Guild. It will be yelled out about on Twitter, so all sorts of fun stuff over there. I will also be running a charity game next Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern. That will be helping to bring awareness to Harper's Tale, which is the D&D 5e adventure path anthology written by really awesome people. I'm writing one of the middle chapters, so if you like Fable shit, that's the kind of stuff I'm writing. So lots of cool stuff over there. I think that's all my big announcements until the next time we see each other.
Where will that be?
I would be Brain.
Where Where's the charity stream happening? Which channel?
Oh yes, that's on Kobold Press. Thank you. I was like, brain.
I got you.
Huh? Yeah, Kobold Press. Again, you'll see some tweets about it over the next week. I've got a really awesome cast. I've got like Charlie from Encounter Roleplay. I've got Greg from Tales from the Grim. I've
Hell
got
yeah.
Hans from Scaticus Academy. All that. Oh, there's a Summer.
She returns. I already did your outros for you, so you're just here now.
Oh, that's
Hey, I
fine.
don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah. It was literally just my circuit that got blasted out.
Get wrecked.
The rest of the power in the house was on.
It's personal. Wow.
Yeah, and
It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. And I've also got Lisa, who's a fellow cancer fighter survivor. So it's a good cast. It's gonna be
Awesome.
super cool. Yeah. So it's a great cause, great adventure. We're already at 50% on the Indiegogo, which is fucking wild.
Hell yeah.
And we're like 4 days in, so y'all are awesome for doing that. But if we get to the next 50, we'll be able to hit all the stretch goals and do even more, like giving books to friends of kids with cancer, giving more money to them, because 100% of the net proceeds will be donated to that charity. So yeah,
Fantastic.
I will link that Indiegogo campaign right now.
Please do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically almost all the funds will be going to help support that charity and help support kids with cancer, because they helped out with the creator and his daughter Harper, which is why it's called Harper's Tale, and they created this adventure outline while she was in the hospital. So we kind of spun that out into this really, really cool campaign about redemption and loss and grief and trying to deal with sickness and all that stuff. So it's
That
good
sounds
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah. So come out and hang out with me over there if you've got next Saturday.
Hell yeah. And last but certainly not least, Gregor, Adam.
I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Oh my.
Hi guys, Adam here, voice actor, Adam Rovio on Twitter, where I share most of the updates of all my doings. Big ones, like I said before, Spritz the Goblin, my new D&D audio drama, less than 15 minutes long, so if you wouldn't mind giving it a little look-see, I would certainly appreciate it. And if you want to watch me play more games tomorrow, come tune into Chronicles of Latia, 3 p.m. EST. Watch me be a halfling warlock.
Is that twitch.tv/Chronicles of Latia? Do you know what channel it is?
Excellent question.
Putting you on the spot.
So, look me up on Twitter. I'll yell about it.
Hello, I am Dylan Grinder, URL cop. I'm sorry. Did you know that your shout out doesn't have a URL attached to it? Oh, all right.
But it is at Latia Chronicles on Twitter.
Hey, there you go. So go follow
Almost
that as
URL.
well. All right. And I am Dylan Grinder, aka Anarsis, on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, and itch.io. I'm going to shout out two things, as I usually do, and let's see if I can shout them out really fast. First, there's a bit goal here on the channel, if you weren't aware. If you weren't aware, that probably means you missed our bit goal game earlier in the day, where we played Monster of the Week. You paid for that. You made that happen. So thank you very much for that. Our next goal, which we are, if I remember correctly, 28% of the way to, is for me to run a Things from the Flood. There we go. Things from the Flood one-shot of sci-fi fake 90s spookiness. So if you like Stranger Things and would like to see my take on something like that set in the 90s, the bits are the way to do that. The other big thing is the Patreon, which I am very happy to announce has hit its second goal. Let me double check really quick that it didn't somehow drop below. No, I'm just paranoid. So we hit our first goal a while back, which has me doing monthly giveaways, and you can actually catch that giveaway on my Twitter right now, unless you're watching this on YouTube, in which case I'm sorry, I have no idea. I have no idea when this is going up. But yeah, you can catch that giveaway right now. If I remember to retweet it after this show, it should be at the top of my timeline. Alternately, you can just literally search at Anaris giveaway and look for the latest tweet, and it's probably there. But that is for free RPG assets, either maps or portrait token borders, and that is open until Friday, whenever that is. The 13th. It closes on, Friday the 13th. Spooky. And it's completely free to enter. All you have to do is be following me on Twitter and like that particular tweet, and you will be entered to win. There will be 7 winners drawn of those people. But the big exciting news is that because I have passed the second goal on the Patreon, thanks to all of your very generous support, I will be releasing, as long as we stay above that threshold, I will be releasing monthly homebrew content of RPG stuff, both for existing games that I am running and or interested in, or entirely original content, playtest notes for new games that I'm working on, all of that stuff. And assuming things hold through the end of September, the beginning of October will see me releasing the homebrew classes that I made for travel. Those being the fighter and the sage. Not just the classes so that you can play them yourself, but also a little bit of my design thinking as to why I made those particular classes. I'm going to be honest, part of it is just because Summer really committed to being a punchy person, and I wanted to make that not the worst decision she'd ever made. But there's a lot of more nuanced info that will be going in there too. And if you would like to see more free RPG content out there for people who are super into the community and super involved but can't necessarily support, and you are a person who can support, donating to the Patreon is a really good way to both support me in creating those things and support those people in making that sort of stuff available. Other than that, you can see me and Summer tomorrow, Sunday, at 6 p.m. Pacific for episode 20, I think, of Travel, which is going to be our beach episode, finally. So if you want to see those good anime kids have just a nice time at the beach, which will probably include some feels and some drama and some good beach shenanigans, then drop by at 6 p.m. And that's it, except for thank yous. So let me check the alerts. And thank you, go_JG, Jess, dear Jess, as I like to call her, for the raid partway through the show. But most of all, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Oh, and Rock slipping in right at the end with the bits. Thank you so much for getting that toward the bickle. But for real, good night.